VidSummit 2018. How you doing, Carlos?
Doing great.
Say hi to Nez Nation.
What's going on, Nez Nation?
So, Carlos, I want to ask you, what would you say today? What would you say is the most important thing people need to be doing right now today, 2019, because 2018 is pretty much over, to build their personal brand so they can grow their business and advance their career? What is the number one thing?
Well, I'd say you have to start with the basics, which is reprioritize and refocus on who are you trying to reach, and is your audience there on these platforms. You don't have to be on Snapchat. You don't have to be on Instagram. You don't have to...
I tweeted that, by the way, at Carlos Gil. I said, go where your audience is.
You don't have to be everywhere. I think that's the biggest mistake that people make is they want to capitalize on every platform. They want to be everywhere. They want to reach everyone.
Yes.
Start with the basics.
And I love what you said about omnipresence because, dude, I'm like 43. So I come from an era, and you're not
35.
You're not like a green fish either.
Right.
So like, dude, I have 2 kids, I got a wife, I got a mortgage, my wife likes nice things,
of course,
right? I am not adverse to hard work. So many people have the misperception that this is something that you just post something on Instagram, you post something on YouTube, and all of a sudden you've got 600,000 followers.
It's a very
How do you break
game.
the mindset?
So I've been doing this for 10 years now, and it's such a long game. It's so complex.
Right.
You can't just expect to put 1 or 2 posts out on social media and all of a sudden become wealthy or become viral or become famous. It doesn't work like that.
Listen to that.
You have to reach people. At the end of the day, this isn't rocket science. You're communicating with people. You're reaching people. You aren't trying to game a machine or a bot. You're actually engaging with real people.
Right.
And you have to make yourself likable and approachable.
Right.
And people react to what makes them what they can relate to. I think a lot of creators lose sight of that. If you know who your audience is and you keep giving your audience more of what they want to see and what they want to hear, and leave offline what is not of interest to them. So like you said before, like I've got family as well. People don't follow the Carlos Gil brand to opt in to see me as a dad. They opt in to see me as a business professional and provide them with marketing advice like I'm doing here. So stick to what you're good at, focus on the basics, and you'll be A-okay.
This is Carlos Gil, Nez Nation. This dude's one of the most prolific speakers on the planet. You need to go follow this dude. You need to check him out and listen to what he's saying. Serve, serve, serve. As Gary said, if you get religious about your audience, if you go all in with your audience, you will win. Carlos, what an absolute pleasure.
I like how you take the glasses off.
He jokes me. So guys, I had one more. I only plan on asking him one question, but I got another question. Do you find it easier to speak in front of audiences who are still a little bit maybe reticent or apprehensive or not so certain about this social media game, as opposed to a place like VidSummit, where a lot of these dudes are doing it every single day. They kind of have a kind of working knowledge. What are your thoughts on that?
So the thing is, I'd say most creators that I come across instinctively are not entrepreneurial from the standpoint of
they don't know business.
And I want to be very respectful of the fact that we are at a conference with creators.
Yes.
They're great at what they do. They're great performers, great artists, but when it comes down to you going out and hunting for what you eat, that's being an entrepreneur.
Nice.
So I say to most creators, don't rely on an agency to bring you brand deals. Go out and get your own brand deals. Well, how do you do that? Well, you have to go on LinkedIn. And, just because you are famous on YouTube doesn't necessarily carry over everywhere. You have to recognize that as well. So I like the challenge, whether it's a marketer that feels that they know it all and they don't believe in social. I love teaching people. And I think that's the art of teaching. At the same time, it's getting people...
Hello, Professor Nez.
It's breaking it down.
I'm an actual professor. Do you know that, Carlos?
No, but it's breaking it down and showing people, like, this is how you do X, Y, and Z, and this is the outcome that's going to come from it.
But I'm not an average professor. And I think you know that. Carlos, when are we going to hang out? When am I going to buy you a drink, brother?
You can do it today.
Hello.
Right
you heard
now.
it here first. Hey, guys, go check out Carlos Gil. I'm just going to say it again. Pay attention to how the culture is shifting. Pay attention to what your audience is doing. And actually care enough to comment, to engage, to interact. Carlos, is it safe to say that if you act like a business, you're going to be in trouble, but if you act like a human being and you treat people like people, you're going to win?
I agree.
Yeah.
We all have a brand, though. And that brand is a business.
Nice.
You have to recognize that. Even if you work for a corporation, you are a business.
Nice.
But how you transact, how you actually get people to cut you a check, it's through the relationship that you build.
Love it.
And you can't automate that. You can't buy a Facebook ad to buy a relationship.
Yeah, you can't manufacture it.
You cannot.
Nice. All right, guys, stay tuned. VidSummit 2018, my man Carlos Gil, Nez Nation, we're coming live, y'all.
Let's get it.
You know we bring it.
All
Thank you
day.
so much.